Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 5th Global International Studies Conference. On behalf of our organizer, I would like to extend our warmest welcome to all of you, especially for those who had traveled for a long, great distance just in order to be here with us. Thank you indeed for gracing this occasion. We're proudly to tell you that this conference is a huge step for WISC, and there are two reasons for that. One of it is that this is the first time ever that WISC is organizing such a big event outside of Europe. And the other reason is for the WISC's new General Assembly meeting tomorrow, which they... Thank you. The meeting tomorrow, which they will elect its first full governing board since the process of registering WISC as an association according to the Swiss law. And this is a significant step forward in WISC's history. So now, before we start this conference, please allow me to introduce the president of the World International Studies Committee, Professor Günther Hellmann.
Can you hear me now? Okay, now it's working. Dear Vice President Chan, dear President, Professor Su from the Department of Political Science, dear Professor Young from the Taiwanese Association of International Relations, dear colleagues. It is a great honor indeed for me to open WISC's 5th Global International Studies Conference here in Taiwan at National Taiwan University. Let me start right away by expressing my thanks to our hosts. WISC's member association, the Taiwanese Association of International Relations, and again, Professor Young in particular, and National Taiwan University, especially the Department of Political Science and Professor Su and his colleagues. We are deeply grateful, and I emphasize that, we're deeply grateful to our hosts for their willingness to host this conference, which, as has been said already, is the first time that the World International Studies Committee has been able to hold and organize a conference outside of Europe. We're deeply grateful because this enables us to achieve at least 3 of our core missions. The first mission is, and I quote from our mission statement, to facilitate the creation of global and regional contacts among scholars in the field of international studies. As has been said right now, this 5th Global International Studies Conference is the first time that WISC has been able to meet outside of Europe, and with some 450 participants from more than 50 countries, this is visible proof of the global reach of our association. A second mission of WISC is to create a setting for the initiation of networks of scholars in the field of IR. This conference is the first time that we have been able to sponsor 5 so-called exploratory research workshops in the context of this conference, which took place yesterday and involved a bit more than 50 scholars from around the world. What I've been hearing already is that these small workshops have been tremendously successful, and we are very grateful for the support to actually have these workshops. A third mission is to reach out, especially to young scholars globally, and to scholars in particular from the Global South, and enable them to participate in international conferences. This is not only the first time that we meet outside of Europe, but it's also the conference where we have been able to sponsor the highest number yet of IR scholars, especially from the Global South, with travel grants. Thanks to the financial support of our local hosts, in particular, we have been able to disperse the highest sum ever for travel grants in the history of wisc, closely to 50,000 euros for more than 100 scholars. Thank you very much to our local hosts for enabling us to do that. So without the dedicated efforts of our hosts, and with significant financial support by many Taiwanese associations and sponsors, this would not have been possible. It has also been mentioned, and this is already one of my final points, that this is a historical event in our history because this is the first time that we will elect a governing board after wisc has been registered as an association according to Swiss law in mid-January 2017. I'm very grateful in this context to all our member associations, and at this point in time, we can count 23 national and regional associations of international studies globally as members of wisc for making this significant move possible. Let me close by thanking all the unnamed individuals who will make this conference a success, and I'm sure that it will be a success for all of us being present here. As you will see, there will be dozens of student volunteers and others helping to make this a successful event. Let me just mention two individuals in particular, Mark Weatherall and Irene Coe from the company of eThink, who deserve a special thanks because they have been working on this for more than a year. Finally, conferences such as this one would not be possible without the dedicated work of volunteering scholars in the context of a program committee. And I want to just personally thank 4 individuals in particular, 3 of whom can be present here today, for being willing to put together the program of our conference. Professors Ezra Kuhadar, Professor Roberto Dominguez, Professor Felix Roche, and Professor Maxime Larivé have invested a lot of time to make this program possible. I wish us a very successful conference, productive exchange in our panel and semi-plenary meetings, and have a good conference. Thank you for coming, and continue to helping support our joint endeavors. Thanks.
Thank you, Professor Hellman. The 5th Global International Studies Conference is held in Taiwan under the support and help of National Taiwan University and Taiwan Association of International Relations. And now I would like to invite the Vice President of National Taiwan University, Professor Qing Rui Zhang, to dedicate his opening remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome him with our round of applause.
Professor Hellman, and also co-organizer of the Professor Yang and the Professor Xu of this 2017 WISC conference. And it's my great pleasure to represent the National Taiwan University to welcome all of you to come to Taipei for this important occasion. And also, it's our honor of the National Taiwan University to organize such a big conference in NTU. And President Yang asked me actually last night to send his best regard and also apology that he cannot attend because some other urgent things happen. But he sent me 2 full-page messages. I have bad memory, so I need to open the page and to say something for him. President Hellman of the World International Study Committee, President Yang of the ROC Association of International Relations, and the distinguished guests from around the world. On behalf of National Taiwan University, let me welcome all of you to participate in this significant academic festivity. NTU is quite honored to be selected as the hosting institute for the 2017 conference of one of the most prestigious international relations organizations at the global level. with so many scholars from such wide variety of region and country here today. Let me introduce briefly some of the NTU's key development in recent years that manifested the pursuit of the excellency, innovation, and the internationalization. First, aiming to produce internationally competitive professionals. NTU has aggressively undertaken curriculum, innovation, and interdisciplinary teaching in order to help students to get beyond the traditional demarcation and the framework of the discipline and the measure, and select a more adapted combination of courses. We are also taking great advantage of digital platform, integrating advanced technology and the media with our abundant educational resources to reduce reliance on the traditional classroom-based approaches of our existing teaching curriculum. This is intended not only to encourage students to take the best courses offered around the world, but also to cultivate professionals capable of more cosmopolitan vision and sense of purpose. Second, we have pursued organizational reconstruction and the campus reconstruction to upgrade the learning environment. In addition to introducing special programs aiming for expanding resources of international students, we are also planning to establishment of an international academic for the cultivation of international mobile professionals and the forming academic alliance with renowned universities in the United States and Europe to intensify the links between Asia and the high-tech hub like the Silicon Valley. Third, NTU is participating actively in international organization of higher education. The university represents the nation in the Association Pacific Rim University and also become a member of Association Steering Committee. A development that I believe will heighten the international visibility. Moreover, every year we organize bilateral and multilateral symposium with elite universities around the world so as to strengthen our major research program and enhance international cooperation. Finally, I'm pleased to report to you that in the 2017 QS World University ranking by subject, NTU's social science, of which the building will be used for all panel of this conference, is ranking the 37th, compared to the ranking of 53rd in 2015. We have a very good progress. In the 2017 ranking, we also have made substantial progress in some social scientific disciplines, such as social policy and administration, which is ranked 31st, politicals and international relations, which is ranked 49th, sociology, which is ranked 66th, and the communication and the media study, which is ranked 67th. So I believe that this conference will make a new step toward the great exchange and collaboration between the global academic community led of Taiwan in social and political science. Let me express my gratitude for your sharing of expertise and wisdom with scholars and students of this country. Most importantly, I hope that whenever any of you think of international academic and education cooperation, please consider NTU to be your first priority. Thanks all of you and wish you have a successful conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Zhang. And next, we would like to invite Professor Philip Shi, the Chair of Department of Political Science of National Taiwan University. 接下来我们要有请台大政治系徐思琴徐主任。
President Hellman, Vice President Chang, President Yang, and ladies and gentlemen from around the world. It is an honor for the Department of Political Science at National Taiwan University to form a partnership with the WISC and the TIR to host the 5th International Studies Conference here in this building and in the building next to us. We are pleased to provide the services as well as the physical environment in the social science building next to us to host all the panels and sessions in the next 2 days. This building, the social science building, is also a new building. It is the first building among all architectures in Taiwan to be named by our Ministry of Culture as a so-called piece of public art in Taiwan, ever. So we are glad to provide this physical environment. In this new building, I expect to see a lot of innovative and new ideas, insights, and perspectives being advanced by scholars around the world in the next few days, which I believe will benefit the faculty members and students in Taiwan tremendously. The epistemic community in Taiwan in general, and in my department in particular, have endeavored in the past few years to keep ourselves in close pace with all the practical as well as academic evolutions and changes in the global context. My department, for example, faculties in my department, for example, have made efforts in the past few years to cover a wide range of issues in a wide variety of regions in the world, to engage in research and teaching on various qualitative and quantitative methodologies, including, for example, the method of experiment, and research and teaching on all the new innovative theoretical developments in international relations, be they historic or sociological or linguistic terms in the subfield. To this end, one of the most recent innovations in my department is the establishment of a so-called graduate program on East Asian studies. In this program, we offer a set of courses at the graduate level to cover international relations and comparative politics in East Asia. And this program is intended not only to facilitate collaboration exchanges through, for example, student exchanges, but also, and more importantly, to facilitate, for example, the creation of dual degree programs for masters and doctors. So for those of you who may be interested in such collaborations, please feel free to talk to me in the next few days during this conference so that we can provide some preliminary information and talk about some possibilities in the future. And finally, let me also express my gratitude for the assistance from the Professor Hellman and his colleagues from wisc, the assistance from President Yang and his colleagues from TIR, especially from President Yang and Vice President Chang from National Taiwan University. I hope that by next Tuesday, every one of you here will bring back with you a beautiful memory of the hospitality of Taiwan, as well as Taiwan's pursuit of cosmopolitan values in the long run. Thank you for attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Xu. And next, I would like to invite Professor Philip Yang, the President of Taiwan Association of International Relations.
Thank you. Professor Hellman, Professor Busan, and Vice President Zhang Qingrui of National Taiwan University, Chairman Xu Siqing of the Department of Political Science, and distinguished representatives, distinguished scholars from all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and welcome to the 5th Global International Studies Conference. I know it's difficult, you know. I'm the last one to make the remark before the wonderful speech of Professor Barry Busan. I'll make it short. And this is the 5th Global International Studies Conference. But the first time, which is held outside of Europe, just like Professor Hellman mentioned. And this conference, therefore, marks, I think, a critical new chapter in the history of wisc, and also a great honor and privilege for the Taiwan Association of International Relations. And I would like to thank a number of people, as a matter of fact, for their general support and hard work over the past 2 years, particularly in the past year, and that make this a groundbreaking conference possible. First, Professor Hellman and his colleagues at wisc, giving us the great honor to host this conference this time. And I know this is not going to be held every year, in fact, every 3 years. So in the past 4 conferences held in Europe, very successful ones, and I hope that we can copy the success in this time as well. And also, the conference this time will not be successful without the support, active support from the National Taiwan University and College of Social Science and Department of Political Science. And also I'd like to thank the many individuals and organizations, which some of their institutions have shown in the back pages of the brochure.